daily survey with Rhea Rams is about to go live online. Catch the top monster hits of the day based on your votes and other TDS goodness.
Streaming video on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931.
Your TDS host, Rhea Rams. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Manila's hottest monster. RX93.1, you just heard Kalani featuring Lucky Day with When He's Not There here on the Daily Survey. But monsters, he is here though. Yes, we do have a very, very special guest with us today, and that is none other than the legend himself, Mr. Ely Buendia.
Hey,
yes,
good
it's going wild
morning.
here in the booth. Ellie, you don't need to introduce yourself, but just for formalities, please introduce yourself to the monsters.
Hi guys, I'm Ely Buendia.
Okay, now you are an OPM icon and you are one of the greatest songwriters ever. Now, how did your journey with songwriting begin? And do you also remember the first song you ever wrote?
I started writing songs, I guess, when I was in high school. And then, yes, I do remember the first song I wrote. I can't sing it right now, but it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. So, wag na lang.
And how did you move on from, an embarrassing song to creating some of the best songs that all Filipinos know and love? What was your journey like when it came to your songwriting?
Well, I guess just like any other craft, you really have to work on it constantly. Uh, Practicing, even in songwriting, you have to practice until you do get better. Find the good stuff in your influences, and it's not. Uh, it's not advisable to imitate, but I do advise to emulate.
Oh, I love that. Don't imitate, emulate. Now, let's talk about your song, Bulaklak sa Buwan. It has been out for almost a month, and this actually marks your first release in 2 years. Now, how has the experience been, and what made you feel like this was the right time to release new music again?
Um, yeah, it has been 2 years, and I don't know. I just really felt like um, recording again. I've been so far been mentoring new artists sa record label ko, Offshore Music, and in a way they kind of the new artists kind of inspired me to write again.
Wow. And you also did mention that aside from the new artists, watching documentaries actually inspired this new song. So, what documentary is there any documentary in particular that really made you go, okay, that this is it. I need to write a song about this. Or if not, what would your favorite documentary be?
I really don't have a favorite per se. I just think they're very interesting, and you got a lot of info from documentaries. I do enjoy um, unsolved mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
I like crime documentaries as well as historical documentaries.
Right.
Yeah.
I absolutely love all those types of
Oh yeah, yeah,
documentaries
yeah.
also. But I'm curious, how did these kinds of documentaries inspire this new song?
Well, when I was starting on Bulaklak sa Buwan, uh, I realized that for it to be engaging, at least for me as a songwriter, because I haven't written anything in a while, it had to be something I was interested in.
Hmm.
So um, that became the theme of the song.
Okay, and it has actually been 24 years since your last solo album, which was Wanted Bed Spacer, right? How has your approach to inspiration and songwriting evolved through those years?
Um, I never used to. Uh, I'm not the type of songwriter that goes away on like a holiday or isolates himself to write a song.
Hmm.
Uh, I used to always write when I used to be very creative when I'm very busy and doing something else, like driving
Mm,
or watching a movie. Ideas just come up, but uh, as I became older, parang that's when I really needed, I think, uh, space to be in that process na I can actually listen to my thoughts and really focus on the lyrics and the chords.
right. And I feel like that is super evident in your new song, which is Bulaklak sa Ban. But you did say that this song was inspired by watching documentaries. But when it comes to songwriting, who do you take inspiration from? Like, do you have a certain muse or muses, or what really inspires you when it comes to songwriting?
Uh, I became a fan of music early on, so this was the 70s, so you might say I'm a dinosaur. This was the 70s, and the OPM was rising. Artists like Apo Hiking, Rico J. Puno, Juan de la Cruz. Those were my heroes growing up, at least performance wise and songwriting wise. And then when I went to high school, it became The Cure, The Smiths, yung mga new wave bands
Mm-hmm.
noon. And then when I went to college, parang the band that I really wanted to be like or emulate was the Beatles.
Mm,
Yeah.
classic.
Hmm.
And I think that you in your own right have become a legend yourself here, especially in the Philippines. I mean, you have been in the music industry since the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, early
Yeah.
90s.
So with that in mind, how do you manage to keep each new song or album new and distinct while still maintaining your identity as an artist?
I guess you just have to feed yourself with new stuff then para it doesn't get stale. I mean, I know that music is cyclical and uh, a lot of stuff gets rehashed, but then there's also new sort of energy coming from new songs,
Right.
even though the themes or the topics are the same. uh yeah, I listen to new stuff. That's why parang that kind of informed the sound, at least the sonic vibe of my new
Mm.
album.
Is there a song, like a recent modern song, that everybody, your fans, would be surprised that, oh, he listens to this? Is there a song in particular
Mm,
or an artist?
yeah, I I listen to a lot of new rock music because
Mm,
that's my genre,
right.
really alternative. So artists like the last dinner party, it's a British band. Sweeping Promises, it's a punk
Mm-hmm.
band. So yeah, I listen to a lot of those, and I was surprised to find out that again they're just really uh, doing stuff that has been done, but with a very different energy.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is something that we can definitely see from you in your new songs. Now, since you have been in the industry for a long time, did you ever hit like any slump, like creative slump during your career? And how did you overcome these?
Yeah, I mean a lot of times I would like have an idea for a melody and a song, and I would never like actually sit down because it really takes a lot of work out of me now. So uh, I really had to find time to actually uh, sit down and write anything. So kumbaga, uh, the writer's block was kind of self-inflicted.
Mm.
So in short, I was lazy.
Yeah, I mean it happens to the best of
Yeah,
us,
yeah, yeah.
but it what matters is how you come out of it, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. Now you have actually had some of the most iconic collaborations with artists who are also
Mm.
legends in their own right.
Mhm.
But if you could perform with any artist from another genre, like maybe pop, for instance,
Mhm.
who would it be, and why that artist in particular?
Well, it's got to be Michael Jackson or
Mm.
Prince.
Oh.
Either of those two, I would love to collaborate with.
Wow. Just imagining it, I'm getting goosebumps. That would have been that would be so amazing. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of collaborations. Is there any like significant experience that you've had that really is just like a great memory for you when it comes to your collaborations with all the other artists that you have
Well,
collaborated?
yeah, I've collaborated with the best of them, Francis M, Itchy
Mm-hmm.
Worms, even Glock 9.
Right.
I've collaborated with. I would have wanted to, sing with Rico J. Uh, but there's a recent one, an artist that I really admire and look up to, Gary V. That we collaborated on something, but it was like a concert performance.
Oh.
I would still love to like either co-write a song with him or at least record something with him.
Well, hopefully we do see that soon. I'm sure your
Yeah.
fans would be thrilled to see you and Gary Vee work on a
Yeah,
song
imagine
together.
Gary V singing rock.
Oh my gosh. Or imagine you singing
Or
like
imagine
something
me singing.
energetic.
It's not that I'm not energetic.
Well, we also are looking forward. You do have a couple of shows coming up. So why don't you invite all the monsters to your shows?
Okay, thank you. September 14, I'll be at the Newport Performing Arts Theater uh, with supporting artist Enna Mori. And then September 28, I'll be at the Circus Music Festival at Bridgetown in Pasig. October 5, I'll be in Naga. Ano to? Naga, Cebu? Naga, Cebu. Naga and Cebu? Oh, I got lost there. So it's in Cebu, but the place is called Naga. Okay, Naga, Cebu. Uh, Patronal Fiesta. Patronal o Patronus? Patronal. Okay, Patronal. October 16, Boomerang Awards. October 21, Pampanga. October 26, Lanzones Festival in Camiguin. November 28th is my Method Adapter album launch at 123
Ooh.
Block. Ay, sorry, November 8th. My mistake. November 8th. November 8th, guys, not 28th. Method Adapter album launch. And last is November 30 at the Aurora Music Festival in Davao.
All right, monsters. Well, you heard it from Ely Buendia himself. So make sure to catch all his shows in those following dates. But if, in case they didn't catch it, where can they find all updates on your shows, on your music online?
Yeah, definitely on my social media. All my social media. I have Instagram, Ely Buendia. I have X rated the X Twitter, Ely Buendia. Ely Buendia 9001. I have TikTok as the Ely Buendia and Facebook the Ely Buendia.
All right, so make sure to stay updated on Ely Buendia Monsters. And of course, before we get to your song, do you have a message to all your fans?
On my way.
On my way?
Yeah, that's my message.
Okay, okay. And before we get to your song, also, why don't you tell your fans a little bit about like the story behind Bulaklak sa Buwan?
Well, in a nutshell, it's about the power of stories and the power of media.
Mm. All right. Well, monsters, we are going to hear it live from Ely Buendia himself. So, without further ado, let us give it up for Ely Buendia as he sings to us Bulaklak sa Buwan, only here on The Monster.
Dito na naman ang mga linangan at labis na pangangamba. Bakit lagi na lang gumugulong patungo sa dulo ng avenida? Kailangan ng impluensya. Paano makakamtan? Sagot sa katanungan, tunay na katotohanan. Pagkat marami riyan nabubulag na sa mumunting paraiso lamang, parang nasasaniban. Huwag manalangin na may bulaklak sa buwan, ni hangin at ulan. Ang mga rosas ay nasa bakuran mo lang, buhusan mo. Merong naglalako ng pantasya, yan ay delihensya, makakadena sa pusod ng makinarya. Sinong nagsabi na may bulaklak sa buwan? Wala sa kasalukuyan, kahit pilitin hindi mapatutunayan. Ang ulap na hata, bilog na ba? Walang laman, hayaan mo na lang ilawan ang gabing walang hanggan. Pero naglalako ng pantasya.
Monster exclusive interview only on Manila's hottest Monster RX93.1.